All right, boys and girls, 10 breaks, MMA. Okay, last time we had an issue with Charles Oliveira. It was Glovegate. This time with Charles, it is Scalegate. There's a whole lot of chatter on the internet about the scales being off, and I tend to believe that there's no way my guy did not make weight. A lot of guys have pointed out how you have to make weight in the back before you're even allowed to go out to the scale out front. And there's a lot of other fighters reporting that the scales are off, leaning towards the high side, 0.5, 0.8 pounds. So let's take a look at Twitter and kind of get a feel of what's going on around this whole issue.
$155.5. 55 and a half. $155.5. 55 and a half.
All right, so let's zoom in on the scale here, take a look, see what's going on. There's a lot of comments about the scale still moving around slightly up and down, not really stabilized. And I kind of zoomed it in so you can kind of see here how that bar is actually looking before that guy made that call.
155.5. 55 and a half.
So as you can see, that bar was still kind of moving just a little bit before he made that call of the official weight. So I don't know, it's kind of up in the air. But let's go and read some tweets on Twitter and see what the general consensus is about around this issue. So this first person said, with this not being a title fight, I need something to make me care tomorrow. So fuck it. Charles Oliveira made weight, but Dana rigged the scales. Gonna die on this hill. Scalegate. MMA Junkie statement from Arizona Boxing Commission and MMA Commission. Okay, I won't read that one. Let's see. Fabio says, as the UFC placed an uncalibrated scale for a dose weight guidance, Charles Dubronx was harmed. If they took the belt from Oliveira, he won't receive it for the pay-per-view. So I will not attend the event without Dubronx. UFC doesn't take my money, all right? Weigh-in results, Charles Oliveira. Okay, we know that. This guy, Nick, says, I've seen this one before also. Was that scale still moving on Oliveira when he missed weight? Sure looked like it. Agent O says, okay, well, somebody's lying here. For him to do all that and weigh the exact same after an hour is bullshit. Either the scale was being messed with or Oliveira is making up a SOB sob story. I honestly find both pretty hard to believe. Yeah, somebody pointed out that if you don't make weight in the back, you don't go out front to get on the scale, the official scale out front. So he must have made weight in the back. And I saw a tweet that pointed out that a lot of people, a lot of fighters reported that their weight was a half a pound over what it was in the back. So once they get out front, their weight was a half a pound over. Let's keep scanning through. So Brian says, how did so many people miss the part of the interview where Oliveira said other fighters had issues with the scale as well? Which is what I just said. The Cody says, I do not think Charles Oliveira missed weight and don't think he should be condemned for half a pound. Like, give me a break. They should have weighed him on a different scale. I bet 9 scales out of 10 he is 155. Stripping him is just plain ludicrous. I agree. The Cody. Sid says Charles Oliveira knocking out Gaethje despite the scales being rigged against him and being wrongfully stripped of his title will be one of the greatest moments in UFC history, in my opinion. Thank you, Sid. This guy, Akshat, says they did Oliveira dirty. If a champion misses weight, it is still optional to strip him of the belt, and yet they did it on his first mistake. Not mentioning how the scale is malfunctioning. He looked pissed. It's going to be a banger fight tomorrow. Yep, it's going to be a banger. Patriotic says, yes, but everyone was complaining and basically confirming that the scale was 0.5 pounds off. So basically, Oliveira just got fucked, to be honest. Yep, patriotic. I have no idea what the timeline was like, but is it likely that Oliveira saw he was overweight on the scale, on the shit scale, and went back to cut more weight when he was on point? All right, let's keep scanning through. Anthony Kogo says, I am not saying this was 100% what happened, but when multiple fighters were told that there were scale issues, where there's smoke, there's fire. And for the record, Oliveira wasn't one of the fighters who said that. I'll see if I can find that post, that tweet. Daniel Salas says, only 2 fighters missed weight today. Charles Oliveira should be embarrassed and ashamed. He's a disgrace to the sport and his peers, and we should stop blaming the fault of scale. Alan Joban replied to that and said, so I'm hearing that or actually replied to this guy. I just read that one. Did Charles Oliveira miss weight? UFC 274 scale called into question after half-pound cost title. Okay, it's kind of a jokey joke there. Let's keep going. Classified 1 hour ago says Charles Oliveira got cheated today. He made weight backstage. However, someone messed up the scale, causing him to miscalculate. Therefore, he's being fined, stripped of his title, and he didn't do anything wrong. We're still with you, champ. Always got my boys back. I'm pretty sure it's a photo of their faces when Oliveira stepped on the scales. All right. Man, fuck wrong with these people, dumb motherfuckers. Oliveira missed weight by half a pound. You want to take his fucking belt? Use them whack ass scales. Fuck out of here. Correct. Aaron with the first words from Charles Oliveira. Most interesting point for me was that Charles claims the commission talked to him or talked to all the other fighters about the scale issue, but didn't talk to him. And let's see if we can play this video here.
Anything, just gonna keep pushing forward.
So Charles, just give me your account of what happened today.
Charles, basicamente, explica pra gente o que aconteceu hoje.
O que aconteceu é que eu tava no peso desde quinta-feira e a gente batemos o peso na balança do UFC e aí desde quando a gente chegou hoje, o dia de hoje, tudo começou a dar errado, não só para mim, mas para todas as outras pessoas, né? E a gente não entende, essa é a real, né? Infelizmente aconteceu isso e vamos para cima.
What happened is I made weight. I mean, everybody knows I made weight on Thursday night. I made weight at the scale, the UFC scale. Went up to my room, and I just incredulous right now. It's unbelievable what happened. It happened to me, not just to myself, but to other people as well, to other fighters, and that's not going to change anything. We're just going to keep pushing forward.
So the issue was that the scale yesterday had a different weight than it did this morning?
Então, o que aconteceu é que a balança de ontem estava com um peso diferente da de hoje. É isso?
Na realidade, eu pesei na balança do UFC, eu bati o peso, eu tava bem de peso, e hoje chegou, né, e não batemos o peso, tava 1 quilo acima. Eu falei, isso é loucura de vocês, né? E a comissão avisou para alguns atletas, mas para mim não avisou isso, né? Infelizmente a gente não bateu o peso, né? Na realidade a gente bateu o peso e a balança que eles colocaram, né, acabou fazendo que corresse tudo isso aí, faltando 200 gramas.
What happened was, we waited in the UFC scale. It was on the scale from the UFC, and all of a sudden we go back to it. Went up the room, nothing happened. It was a kilogram up. So how does that happen? So the commission talks about the scale. They talk to other fighters, but they didn't talk to us. And how does that happen? Why does that continue to be an issue? And basically, it's the same scale that was before, and the commission talked to everybody else. They happened to other fighters, but we weren't informed.
When you first walked up to the scale, you looked confident that you were going to make the weight. There was no box or anything along those lines. So when you find out that you have to cut a half a pound in that hour, what measures did you take to try to cut that half pound?
Quando você subiu na balança a primeira vez, você estava muito confiante, você pareceu muito confiante e decidido que você tinha, que estava tudo certo. Não tinha caixa, não tinha nada, não estava em proteção nenhuma. O que acontece? Qual que é a diferença do que aconteceu ali para, de repente, isso você... toda essa parafernália?
Desde quando eu subi para 70 quilos, eu sempre bato meu peso na quinta-feira. Tava com isso, tava feliz, tava, pô, vou me reidratar, tô feliz, tô no peso. E aí você sobe, que loucura é essa?
Ever since I came after the division, I made weight on Thursday. So how does that happen? So ever since I came to this division, I've made weight on Thursday. So to me, it was just, everything was fine. So how does that keep happening?
So what measures were taken in that hour to cut that final half pound, and why do you think it didn't work?
E que medidas foram tomadas naquela hora? E por que você acha que não funcionaram as medidas naquela hora que você teve que cortar o peso aquela pound meal?
Na realidade, a gente fez tudo que tinha que fazer. Infelizmente, a balança não ajudava. Toda vez que a gente subia, você sobe de cueca, ela dá um peso. Você tira a cueca, ela mantém o mesmo peso. Isso é loucura.
We did everything we needed to do. I mean, we did everything that is in our power to actually get that done. You go up on the scale, wearing shorts, you have one weight, you take it off, and it's the same weight. So how is that happening? It's crazy. I mean, that's not supposed to happen.
Did you think about cutting your hair or doing anything along those lines?
Você chegou a pensar em cortar o cabelo ou algo da espécie?
Cara, não, porque eu tava no peso. Eu tava tranquilo porque eu tava no peso.
Nothing, because I didn't, because I made weight. I was calm and collected because I made weight. That's the point.
So because of the scale was off, you felt like you had already done everything in your power to make weight. There was nothing more to do. Do you go to the sauna, anything along those lines?
Porque, agora menciona, porque o peso, porque a balança não estava legal. Você fez tudo que você podia. Você acha que você fez tudo que você podia? Ou seja, o que você fez? Você foi pra sauna? Olha, o que você fez?
Eu fiz tudo que tinha que fazer. Eu fiz sauna, eu bati manopla, eu usei agora esse novo cobertor deles. Eu fiz tudo que tinha que fazer. Hoje, na realidade, o que não ajudou foi a balança deles. Essa é a...
The scale didn't help. I did everything. So the steam room worked out. The blanket, they have everything. We used everything within our power, but the scale was not helping us.
Obviously, a very unfortunate situation. It's good to hear that if you do get a win on Saturday, you're going to be, of course, next in line to fight for the title once more. Obviously.
All right, so yeah, there we have it. I'll cut that short. Let's go back up top, see if we got anything new popping up here. Oh, Colin Nut Collins says 2 minutes ago, how does Charles Oliveira make weight on the UFC scale, and then miss it on the way in? Prediction Dog says something very fishy about that scale for Charles Oliveira. Truth will surface. You lose weight in your sleep, not gain a pound. Man has a point. Should he sue the UFC for the scale mishap? Not sure. All right, I think we caught all that, so. All right, we'll shut this down. I need to go and see if I can find that chart that showed how many people that were, that weight was a little bit off. Several fighters, probably at least 6 or 8. I'll see if I can find that for you. Anyway, thanks for watching. 10 breaks. Peace.